Alright, for this first part, I'm going to cover my biggest pet peeve. I'm using my Logitech steering wheel for my game stuff for this today. Maybe some of y'all will kind of get it. Turn signals. Courtesies to other drivers. I understand why a lot of people are frustrated with changing lanes. A lot of it has to do with selfish drivers who think that because they have the turn signal on, they have the right of way, or B, just don't give the other drivers a courtesy. They think, oh, that guy turned his blinker on, I'm going to cut or drive up, speed up, whatever, cut him off so that he can't get in a lane ahead of me because I've got to be first. It's selfish crap. Y'all need to wake up, okay? Turn signals, okay? You got you know, the new laws pretty much state 10 and 2, not really, or actually, no. 10 and 2, something like that. 1 and 3, I don't know. Basically, you're going to have your hands on the steering wheel like this if you've got both hands. You should at least have one hand on the steering wheel. For some of y'all trying to do your makeup and all the 15 things at once, you're trying to drive with your legs wrong. Anyhow, when you're driving along and you're going to signal, you just use a couple fingers, just right here. That's all you need is a couple fingers sticking out the end. You don't really have to take your hand off to do this. All cars, every single car I've ever been in is designed so that you can just easily hit the button or the switch left and right or reset it right here. No problem. You don't have to think twice about it. You just do it. Hit your turn signal, and if you need to hit it back, you just grab it with your fingers or just one finger or whatever and turn it back. It's simple. Put your phone down, first of all, and drive. When you're using your turn signals to change lanes, generally most state laws say that it is a requirement to use your turn signal not only to make an actual turn but to change lanes, to give the person behind you a proper signal that you intend to change your lanes into that lane so that you're not cutting somebody off or causing an accident. This is my biggest pet peeve, even worse than people that speed. I'm no angel with the speeding myself. I've had my share of tickets, but I'm slowing down. I've kind of grown out of that. Anyhow, you put your turn signal on. You usually wait a minimum of 3 to 5 blinks before you change lanes. When you put your turn signal on, you are asking permission from the people in that lane to merge into that lane. May I merge into this lane? It's not, well, let's get a blinker, and because I've got the blinker on, let's just cut the other people off or force them off the road. I've seen this happen. It's terrible. Number 2, well, because if you make a lane change like that and get in an accident, it's your fault, not the person that was in that lane. They have the right of way, period. If they don't let you in and they're a jerk of a driver, you're going to have to deal with it. Unfortunately, it's a selfish world when it comes to driving. Everybody's driving offensively these days and nobody drives defensively. And that's a sad thing. There are very few people that really drive defensively anymore. I think a lot of you should take a defensive driving course or have your parents show you something along the lines of a defensive driving course. Just to show you the realities and the horror that can happen from constantly driving offensively. Because by driving offensively all the time, you will be a statistic, period. You will have an accident. You will be a fender bender, if not a bad one. Anyhow, back to changing lanes again. When you turn your blinker on, you're asking for permission to change lanes. You don't have the right to just force your way over. Now, the most important thing that you need to be doing when you're driving, you need to plan for your lane changes. Don't be so absent-minded in your driving, or autonomous, or what's the word? I can't think of the word right now. Don't be so autonomous with your driving that you're daydreaming and driving at the same time, or you're fiddling with your phone, or doing something you shouldn't be doing. You're driving to get from point A to point B. It's your responsibility to maneuver that several thousand-pound vehicle properly, so that you're not risking somebody else's life and your own. Okay, especially if you have other people in your car that are at your mercy, especially children. Plan ahead so that you make your turn properly. Even when you make a turn, not just changing lanes, but actually turning. When you turn, you need to have, you need to be thinking a couple blocks ahead of your turn. I've got about a quarter mile or so to go, and my lane or my turn is coming up. I need to prepare. I need to be in that lane. I don't need to be thinking about it last second. Okay. That's pretty much it for turn signals. Oh, one last thing: maintenance of turn signals. Some people have put in those LED turn signals and they work okay. Unless you put in the resistors, they do make your blinkers operate faster. But if you're in a car, maintenance-wise, and you really don't know a whole lot about your car, if for some reason you turn your turn signal on and your car is blinking a lot faster, especially like on one side, like your left side, and your right side's blinking normal, that usually means you have a light bulb burn out. Either the front or the back, something is burnt out. What happens is that there's a relay under your dash, and the relay is a heat temperature. Okay, the light bulb the two light bulbs together, front and back, consume a certain amount of energy, and what happens is if one of them is burnt out, it doesn't consume that energy, so that energy is fed back into the system, and it reacts with that relay, so that relay clicks faster. When you have both light bulbs working properly, they consume the energy and the relay blinks at a certain speed. So if you're having an issue, go to your AutoZone or O'Reilly's. I don't like Advance Auto, please don't go there. And they more than likely will help you get a new bulb and even probably change it for you. Okay? That's the end of this.